have reached Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing from Star Wars The Black Series, the Stormtrooper. Star Wars, the Black Series, Imperial Stormtrooper. Before I get into the actual review, I just want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here's the display window showing you with the figure, now the accessories inside. On the very top here it says, Star Wars, the Black Series. Below that you have Star Wars, the Mandalorian. Over here you have Imperial Stormtroopers. In the corner here you have a warning label that says, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. Next to that you have 4+, which is an age requirement for this figure. And in the corner you have the Hasbro emblem. And inside the packaging on the very bottom here again you have the Star Wars, the Black Series logo. The other side of the packaging here you have a profile picture of the Imperial Stormtrooper. And below that it says Imperial Stormtrooper. The back of the packaging here, on the very top again it says Star Wars, the Black Series. Below that you have Imperial Stormtrooper, and down here it says Stormtroopers are elite shock troops fanatically loyal to the Empire and impossible to sway from the Imperial cause. They wear imposing white armor, which offers a wide range of survival equipment. There's a profile picture of the Stormtrooper, and down here number 2, which represents his number in the Star Wars Mandalorian series. Below that you have the Disney logo, and in the corner you have the Hasbro emblem. Star Wars, the Black Series, Imperial Stormtrooper. The Imperial Stormtrooper was released August 2020 with the suggested retail price of $19.99, and it was available at all major retailers. The Imperial Stormtrooper was released along with the other Star Wars, the Black Series, Galaxy Collection Wave 1 figures, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Admiral Akbar, Tebow, the Mandalorian, and Clone Trooper. The Imperial Stormtrooper is a Star Wars The Mandalorian-inspired figure that is based on a scene from the Star Wars galaxy. His accessories include his blaster. The Imperial Stormtrooper stands 6 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 4 and up. Now that I have the Imperial Stormtrooper on my display table, so we'll go over some of his play features and accessories. First, I talk about his blaster. It does include the standard Stormtrooper blaster, and this blaster is very faithful to the ones in the movie and the TV series. It's very, very nicely done. I mean, a lot of great mold details you can see. You got handle detail, trigger detail, barrel detail, and scope detail. And on the side you got a little stock detail right there. Very, very nicely done. In order to arm the Stormtrooper with this blaster, you get the handle right here, and you got a little porthole where the trigger is. Get the handle slide through the hand, and what's really nice about these Black Series figures is they mold the hands of the trigger finger right there and right there, so you arm in either hand. You just slip that trigger finger right in that little slot right there, and now you have the Stormtrooper armed with his blaster. Very, very nicely done. Such a great figure. And I know I've owned various versions of Stormtroopers over time. I've had the 3 3/4 collection when I had the original at one point in time. Then I had the vintage collection version of Stormtrooper. This is my first time getting a 6-inch version of the Stormtrooper in the Black Series collection. Very nicely done. This is my definitive Stormtrooper, and I know from reports I've read online they've had many updates with this figure. And I know this figure came under the brand of the Mandalorian, but by the time the Mandalorian came out, a lot of Stormtroopers were battle worn because they're the remnants of the Empire from after the aftermath of the Empire or the Return of the Jedi. So they're all tattered and torn. This one's pretty clean. There's no battle damage. So I believe this might be a reissue from A New Hope or one of those other collections, maybe Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. So he does look like a standard Stormtrooper, where he's not really a Stormtrooper from the Mandalorian, because those are all, like I said, battle worn. But it's a nicely done figure. Lots of points of articulation. You have ankle articulation, you have double jointed knee, you have thigh swivel, you have hip articulation, you have waist, you have torso, you have double jointed elbow, you have wrist where you have the ball socket joint, the hinge joint, you have the shoulder joint, you have a double jointed neck where you have the bottom of the neck has articulation, the top of the neck, and you have head articulation. Very, very nicely done. It's a very nicely done figure, and what I think is really cool is they molded the armor here, the white armor here, out of a separate plastic. And I do believe that the Under Armour is painted on, but you can't really tell. It looks like it's actually molded with a black plastic, but it is indeed painted on. It's nicely done. You have the shoulder piece, which is also molded out of a different colored plastic. It looks like it's on a hinge joint around the shoulder. Got the chest armor, so I believe there is a way to probably customize this figure if you wanted to do a Han Solo or Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. You could probably pop the head off and put a Luke Skywalker or Han Solo head on there. But it's a nicely done figure nonetheless, and it's a great figure for troop building. And at this price, how can you beat it? But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.